Today we are discussing a very important lecture, and that very lecture is related to letter writing. Now, as it comes in our mind whenever we are discussing letter writing, it is a sort of headache. Headache for some of us, of course, not some of us, but majority of people, whenever we are writing any formal letter to some authority, to a government organization, we have that very confusion in our mind that whatever language we are using or whatever the criteria we are using in letter writing, it might not get rejected, or maybe it's the right thing or wrong thing we are writing. So this is a sort of problem for majority of people in letter formal life and formal letter writing. So first of all, we know that what does a letter means. Letter means the messages. The messages, the conversation we want to share with someone, and we want to send them in the written form. That very thing is letter. Now, there are main three categories or kinds of letters. The very first is formal. Next one is informal. Third one is semi-formal. Now, in formal letters, that a big headache for every one of us, except of few ones who have the command over the letter writing. Formal writing includes, these are subdivided into other parts, and these are the business letters, the letters we send to our authorities, the letters we send to any government sectors. These are the formal letters. Now, formal letters are those letters which we are writing to the person who even we don't know the gender, that whether the person is male, whether she is female, but I have a problem and I am sending my problem or my issue or my query, or if I am appointed in any job, so I am sending this very letter to that very authority. So formal letter is divided into further three categories, that these are subdivided. Now we come to informal letters. Informal letters are those letters which we use to write to our family members, to our dear ones, to whom we are much familiar with, the people who are our friends, our family, and the closer ones. Informal letter. Now we come to semi-formal letter. Semi-formal letter is a thing between formal and informal. Semi-formal letter we write to authorities or the person who is in authority but we are a bit familiar with. For example, if we are writing a letter to our principal, to our teacher, to our advisor, our lawyer, our assistant, to our colleagues, these are the semi-formal letters in which we are discussing the matter with them, and we know that yes, the person is a male, his name is that, and he is on that very designation. So I am writing to that very person. So these are the main three categories of letter writing which are subdivided into other parts as well. Now we come towards the writing criteria. In writing criteria, when we write letter writing, first of all, the very first step is the sender's address. We have to write at the top on the left side the sender's address. In traditional letter writings, we used to write or we used to mark these addresses on the right side, but now the things are changed and we have moved it on to the left side. So sender's address is on the second side, and that is the very first part of the letter writing. After that, we have to leave a blank line. After that very blank line, the second step is to write the date. On which date you are sending that very letter, you have to write that very date on the letter beneath the sender's address. After writing the address, next step is again to leave a blank line. After leaving that very blank line, the third part or the third step is receiver's address. The person to whom you are sending the letter, the receiver, his address, if it is informal letter, and if the letter is formal or semi-formal, you have to write receiver's address and designation. Both the things. Okay, so designation and address in semi-formal and formal letter, and just the receiver's address in informal letter. After writing it, again leave a blank line. We have again left a blank line, then we come to our fourth step. So first of all, there was the sender's address, then we left the blank line, then we wrote the date. After writing the date, we have written the designation and address of the person to whom we are sending, means the receiver. Now one thing, the very third step, sometimes we write it on the envelope and we don't have to write it on here, but if we are writing it, it isn't considered wrong. Okay, the fourth step is salutation. What does salutation means? Salutations are the greeting remarks or the courteous remarks we are using for the person to whom we are addressing, to whom we are writing. For example, dear sir, dear ma'am, dear principal, dear teacher, or dear mom, dear dad, etc. So salutation means respected, dear, etc. These words, the courteous words, the greeting words. Now in traditional writings, in formal letters, we were not used to write dear, because dear means the person for whom we are having the caring or the loving feelings. So how can a person to whom we are not familiar with, to whom we even don't know the gender, how can we write dear? It was considered traditionally, but nowadays dear is not considered in its literal meaning. In salutation, it is a good gesture for the person to whom you are writing. Okay. After salutation, the next thing, the very important thing, is body of the letter. Your main message you are sending. And the body of the letter is very important thing in your letter writing, because whenever you are writing, you must have to follow some rules if you want to write a correct letter. For example, the very first thing you keep in your mind is your style. Your writing style should be simple, direct, and complete. The thing, the main idea, the problems, the reason through which you are going to write any letter, you have to use simple vocabulary in your letter writing. Don't use complicated or ambiguous word which can confuse the person to whom you are sending the letter. Be simple as you are, that the other person can get the idea whatever you are saying. Okay, so use simple words in simple sentences. You have to be direct. You are not writing an essay that you are dragging the matters and you are creating a mess. No, you should be direct in your viewpoint, in your message, the reason of your letter writing. So the reason must be direct. घुमा फिरा के नहीं बात करनी, direct way में बात करनी, and you must be complete. The problem you are discussing, the thing you are discussing, you have the complete sense of it. First of all, write it on a page, make points, and then you have to transfer it on the other page. That you can't omit or skip any information you know, or any problem you know. You don't have to skip that very thing. So you should be complete in your reasons. After that, try to write short sentences. Because it's a letter writing. So in letter writing, try to write short sentences. Don't drag the matter, as I told you before. Don't repeat the sentences again and again. So you have to write a short sentences which can clearly give the other person your main reason of writing the letter. After that very thing, if you think that you have more than one reasons to discuss, you have more than one problems to discuss, you should write them in paragraphs. Okay, write your letter in paragraphs if you think that your letter has more than one ideas to discuss about. And you have to be careful that one paragraph must contain one idea, one problem and one issue. Your other paragraph will relate to another thing, okay, to another problem, to another issue. So don't mix up the paragraphs and don't have to repeat the sentences. Again, I am telling you. After writing this very point, you should be very careful regarding your punctuation. Your punctuation must be correct, appropriate, the full stops, commas, semicolon, whatever you are using punctuation in your body must be correct and appropriate. Okay, so you can't get confusion in punctuation. Just write the simple punctuation you know, and you have to complete your letter writing. Okay, so after punctuation and these very points regarding the letter writing is completed. In letter writing's body structure, we have first discussed the style, that it must be simple, It must be direct. You have to use short sentences. If you have more than one idea, you have to use a paragraph. You have to put the correct punctuation marks. You don't have to drag the matter. Don't repeat the words or the sentences sorry, again and again. And you have to be very clear, clarity of your mind whenever you are using the vocabulary. And another thing, that you can't use contractions and idioms in formal or the semi-formal letters. But as far as the informal letters are concerned, you may write contractions, you may use idioms, you can use friendly gesturing sentences. So in informal letter, you can't be formal at all, but in formal and semi-formal letter, you have to follow the rules. After writing those very things, the very last step, the very ending step is our leave taking remarks. Our leave taking remarks are those words which we can use as a goodbye gesture and to the receiver. As in the start, we have used the greeting or the courteous word, that was salutation. At the end of the letter, we use leave taking words as well. For example, we use yours truly. That it means that you can find me true to you. You can find me sincere person. I'm not exaggerating the matter. I'm just writing truly. It means that harmless thing. That I'm a harmless person, I can't harm you. Yours truly. And after writing yours truly, you have to write your name and your signature. So, your name and your proper signature, which can't get confusion to the person. Your signature should be clear, your name should be clear, that I'm the person and I am sending you this letter. So these were the steps we have written. Okay, one another thing, leave taking words are also called subscription. Okay, leave taking remarks are the words are also called subscriptions. Okay, again I'm telling you the steps. The very first step was on the left side, on the top of the letter we wrote sender's address. After that we left the blank line, we wrote the letter, we wrote the date. Then we left the blank line. Then we wrote receiver's designation and his address. Then after blank line we wrote salutation, dear sir, dear ma'am, mom, dad. These are the salutation words. After that we came to body and we discussed the body in brief, that how can we write them, what's the main criteria or the procedure which we have to follow whenever we are writing any letter. After that very thing we came to leave taking remarks or the subscription, and after that with the name and the signature we end our letter writing. So I guess that from today's lecture you got the knowledge that how can you write a correct letter and how can't be confused whenever you are writing the letter, that yes, the thing which I am writing is correct one because I know the format. So, inshallah, with next lecture, we'll meet again. Till then, Allah Hafiz.